Alright, so starting this up again. I'm at
Walk sign is on to cross Main Street.
Okay, here we go again.
Walk sign is on to cross.
Anybody hear of the flat earth? Do you want to look it up? You can look it up. It's all over the internet. Did you ever hear of the flat earth? You can look it up at home. Nobody will ever know. Scientific evidence? You're welcome. It is. It is. Look it up. Thank you. Should anyone like to look this up? A man down there was so thankful. You can look, the video's down at the bottom. You can, that'll be your introduction. You can look it up.
What is it?
Scientific evidence for the flat plane.
Oh, the flat plane. No,
yeah,
thank you.
It's not a spinning ball.
No, that's all right.
No, okay, thank you.
No, you're not, actually. So, I don't know. We shall see. People don't know. People don't understand. Evidence for the flat plane. You can look it up. Did you ever hear of this?
No, I haven't.
The flat plane. There's scientific evidence for that. You can look it up at home. But it's all over the internet. You haven't heard about it? All the young people know about it. Because they're on the internet all the time.
Yes.
But yeah, it definitely is. There's a curvature formula that shows how far out and how far down it should go when you're looking out. And we should not see Chicago across Lake Michigan.
Oh, saying the earth is flat. Oh, look,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they're hiding it from us. Because if they can fool us, they can rule us.
Oh my God.
Yes, it is.
flat, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh
And you can look it up. And you won't be amazed. After you look it up, you'll be dumbfounded. You can look it up.
All right, I'll look it up.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt you to be a... Pardon?
They do tests like it's flat.
Oh, yeah. There's a curvature formula. 8 inches times the miles squared. Because it's on a curve. That's why you square it.
Okay.
So that's Lake Michigan, and there's Chicago, 60 miles away. You shouldn't be able to see that. When I'm in Ocean City, I shouldn't be able to see Wildwood 30 miles away.
Because it's flat.
Because it would be curved. But I
Why
can
do you
see
think
it.
they're lying to us?
Well, if they can fool us, they can rule us. You know, the kings didn't want the serfs to read. So my little statement here is, what's the difference between being educated with lies or being uneducated? No difference. So they're just telling us lies, and we think we're smart, and they got all the control.
I want to go on your thing.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Yep, you too. Want to look this up and, excuse me, want to look at this up and check out if the Earth is flat plane or not. Yep. Would you like to look this up?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Want to look up this scientific evidence for the flat plane? Thank you. I love hearing the motors. Woo! You know, you wonder. Oh, sorry. Would you like to look it up? No, I'm not. this up if you'd like to. It's evidence on the flat plane. It's all over the internet, and you'll at least be aware of it.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you don't have stripes on his, does he?
And then you'll find it's true. Oh, there. This is. You ever hear of this before?
What is it?
It's called the flat Earth, and it's actually evidence showing a flat plane instead of a spinning ball. We have a curvature formula. You should not see Chicago across Lake Michigan, because if that ball, there's a mathematical formula that shows how far out you have to go, how far down it drops.
Well, who believes in flat?
Yeah, I know it is. I've been studying it 2.5 years.
Take that.
Okay. You'll hear about it again, I'm sure. Yeah, would you like this? You can look it up. Here, would you like to look it up?
No, thank you.
Scientific evidence. You want to look it up? Did you ever hear of this? You can look it up. Anybody want to look this up? We'll look it up.
You made my bill cheaper. I don't care.
You ever hear this before? You can look it up.
Thank you.
You want to look it up?
That's okay, thanks.
There's evidence, scientific evidence. Want to hear the scientific evidence for this? You can look it up. It's real scientific evidence I can go over in a few seconds. This is the flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. All these world organizations use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica because they don't want you to know it goes around. So this is Lake Michigan, and there's Chicago, 60 miles away. There's a curvature formula, okay? If it goes out, how far down it goes, right? So this is the formula for that. Should not see Chicago. It should be 1,700 feet underwater.
How high are they above the water line?
No, it's right on. Look, number 71 corresponds with this video, which is on the bottom of that card. Are you all together? You want another card? You can have one.
Take it.
And those 3 videos at the bottom are my favorite ones, and they'll teach you all about it. What else? Oh, if it's a flat surface, you get a line. Here we have the paper curved, you only get a little spot. That's how you can tell if it's flat. You ever see a sunset with your honey? You get the line. So there's a lot of scientific evidence for this. You have to study perspective though, because it's not something we're taught. You know those railroad tracks continue, but you can't see them. It goes to the vanishing point. And then there's also on the card the atmospheric refraction, that you have to consider that if it's a humid day, right? So this is what NASA does. When they're out doing a spacewalk, they're really in the pool. We see bubbles in space. That video, bubbles in space, air bubbles going up the astronaut's helmet. How does that happen? When they're inside the space station, they're either wires and harnesses or they're in the vomit comet. That's a hyperbolic plane. It goes faster in a dive, so you're really falling, but you're, in relation to the plane, you're floating. So this is what they put on the website. Look, America, 2 different sizes. You look on their website, that's what they have there. They're mocking us. That's right. How do you deal with that? So they have all these books have been written by scientists throughout the years, and none of the schools allow them. They don't want us to know. So check into it, watch the videos with a 6-pack or a bottle of wine, and sit down, because it's going to blow your mind. Hey, I'm 62 years old. I don't want lies. Oh, you want... Here you go, buddy. You can look it up. Want to look it up? Thanks for listening, guys. Trump train. Wow. Scientific evidence for the flat Earth. Anybody want a 30-second spiel? I can. Yeah, the Earth is a flat plane. You can look it up, or I can tell you about it. You interested?
I'll look it up.
This is the flat Earth map.
Yeah.
North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes around the outside like a pizza crust. We have a formula. Okay? If it goes out, how far down it drops. Okay? That's 8 inches times a mile squared. We should not see Chicago across Lake Michigan 60 miles. When I'm in Ocean City, I shouldn't see Wildwood 30 miles away. There's drop. If it's a curve, there's no curvature. So those videos down at the bottom of that card, that'll get you started. I've been studying it 2.5 years. And they were right. You know what? They want this heliocentric model because those trillionaires, they worship the sun. And they want everything spinning around the sun. They're psychopaths. I'm not kidding. They're psychopaths. You look this up and it's freak you out. Am I still recording? Oh, thank God. I'll just go till it stops beeping. Hi there, how are you? Did you ever hear of the flat Earth? You never heard of that? You did hear about it?
Yes, I have.
It's on the internet. Here, give this card to your mom and then ask her if you can watch the videos. Yeah? Well, look it up, honey. Scientific evidence for the flat Earth. No kidding. I used to have a Corvair. I used to have one. Can you turn the heater on? Because I turned the heater on, I got smoke in it.
They will do that if you have a leak in your...
Yeah, that's what I heard. I just drove with the windows open. And it was this color too. It was this color. Alrighty. Hey, I'll give you this card.
That's all right.
No? Okay. I don't know how much ajita. Want to look this up?
That's okay, thank you.
Want to look this up? that how far it goes? Yeah. Did you ever hear of this before? Scientific evidence for the flat plane.
Is that right?
Yep, you can look it up.
Thank you. I will.
Yep. Did you ever hear this before?
What's that?
Did you ever hear this?
Can't say that I have.
Scientific evidence for the flat plane. You can look it up yourself.
Is that a free thingy?
Yes, you may.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Yep.
Did you ever hear this, guys? The flat plane? Did you ever hear this? Flat Earth?
No.
No, you can look it up. Oh, Mustangs.
Back it up back there in front of me.
Oh. Hi. Anybody ever hear of the flat Earth?
What's it?
The flat Earth? Do you ever hear of it? Scientific evidence for the flat Earth.
Flat Earth?
Yes, it's really an interesting study. I've been studying it 2.5 years.
Thank you.
Yep. Sure you can. Thank you. Anybody else here want to look into it? And why are they doing this? If they can fool us, they can rule us. Just like the kings didn't want the serfs to read.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's all right. No, it's not. You never looked into it. 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, I will have you doubting. Give me 30 seconds?
No, we're busy.
No, you're not. Come on.
We're talking.
Come on. Did you ever hear this before? Did you ever hear this? Okay. You ever hear this before?
Oh, don't educate her on stupidity.
Oh, come on.
Please don't educate my child on stupidity.
It's not. This is true. It's true. You ever hear about this before? You can look it up at home. You can look it up at home.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, it's an interesting idea, isn't it?
Thanks.
Ooh, he was a handsome guy. I'll stop for a second. Do you ever hear this before? The flat Earth? You never heard it on the internet?
The Earth is round. Is it flat?
Yes, it is, actually. In 30 seconds, I can make you curious.
I'm curious already.
Okay?
Seated.
Okay? This is the flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. Captain Cook logged in 60,000 miles, keeping the shore of Antarctica in his sights. Okay? But the textbooks say he got lost in the Pacific, and they drew all these circles around the Pacific. If they can fool us, they can rule us. And what's the difference between being educated with lies and being uneducated? No difference. So they're keeping us stupid, thinking we're smart. Now, this is a curvature formula, 8 inches times a mile squared. Okay? When you look out, how far down does it drop? That's the formula that tells you this. It's on the internet, you can look it up, Earth curvature formula. This is Chicago. Can you see that there? It's getting dark.
How can I use this information to make my car go faster?
This is my freedom of speech.
Oh no, I wasn't asking you to stop talking. I was just wondering if I can use this information in a practical way.
In a practical way?
Yes, that's what I
well,
wanted.
you could say that you don't want to be taught lies because it's child abuse to teach lies to
Okay,
children.
I will. Thanks.
Yeah. So stay dumb. I don't care. So yeah, you shouldn't see Chicago across Lake Michigan 60 miles. And so they're saying that there's curvature. It should be 1,700 feet below. You should be looking through the water at it. So you can look this up.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I like it.
Get a 6-pack and sit down when you watch the videos. Are you with them? There you go. Thanks for listening.
500 would bring it like 30.
Yeah, flat earth. Anybody interested? Oop. A little repair here.
Like, to Bermuda, you know, it's like,
Lansdale is hopping tonight. All right, we're doing good. Like a pizza. Thank you for staying alive. Now I want to go across. Yep. I'll go over here. Hey, woo! Hit a dip there. Thank you.
Thanks.
You can look it up at home. Did y'all ever hear of this topic, the flat earth? There's actual scientific evidence that proves that there is no curvature. And all the pictures you see from NASA, they're computer generated images. There is no real picture of Earth.
Okay, well you can keep moving.
Yeah, you know what? Some people are eating. Did you ever hear this before? You want to look it up? Well, they did not put a sidewalk here. Boy, was that dumb. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to go this way. Hey guys, flat earth, it's true. It is. Yeah, it is.
No, this is the black
Here. Hi there, how are you? You're very pretty. It really got dark, so you can't really see. Has anybody heard of the flat earth? You can look it up, scientific evidence that the earth is a flat plane. You can look it up at home. No? Okay. So do I go back here? Hi. Really got dark. Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane. Instead, you can look it up at home. Nobody will ever know.
You believe that?
Absolutely.
You believe the Earth is
No,
flat?
no, the computer-generated images from the moon.
That's right, the moon landing was in a studio.
It was. Space may be the final frontier, but now we have all this evidence and the videos.
I'm too old to join the Space Force.
I'm 62, and I started studying this 2.5 years ago.
I joined the Space Force in '83.
Yeah, I believe that. Anybody ever hear this before?
What's going on here? I heard of this.
The flat Earth? Yeah, you can look it up. I got information there you can look up. But yeah, it's true. This is the flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. These are world organizations. They all use a flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. They don't want you to know it goes around. They want you to think it's a continent. Okay, this is a curvature formula. If it's a ball, however far out it goes, you have to know the drop, the outside of the sphere. This is the formula, 8 inches times a mile squared. This is Chicago. I know it's dark, you can't see, but Chicago's right there. This is 60 miles of Lake Michigan. It should be through the water, you see that. 1,700 feet. It should be down, but it's not. So water always does this. So in your glass, in your swimming pool, in a lake, why not the ocean? Why is that different? It's not different, it's flat. You got waves, of course, but overall it's flat. The Suez Canal is 100 miles of flat. Yeah. Sure, I'm sorry. Yep. So if they can fool us, they can rule us. You know how the kings didn't let the serfs read? So on your card there, you'll see it says, what's the difference between being educated with lies or being uneducated? There's no difference. So that's what they're doing to us. They're feeding us garbage, and we think we're smart. I had some woman with a master's degree in physics tell me that the Pacific Ocean was higher than the Atlantic Ocean. I knew that in 5th grade. I think they're getting really teaching them stupider and stupider, you know? So this is what it's all about. I'm just trying to wake up everybody.
What do you think the goal is?
The goal? If they can fool us, they can rule us. They can tell us anything, we'll believe it. We'll go along thinking they're good Christian people, right? Isn't that what they all say? And they're so smart. You remember when Obama came in, he says, I'm so smart. I mean, like he told and well, Clinton said, I'm a Rhodes Scholar. Well, you know who Cecil Rhodes was? Communist from South Africa. So you got to look up these things. You know, we just take things for granted so often. We don't look into it. So I hope you guys, I hope you look into it and wake up a little bit. Thanks for asking questions. Did you ever hear about this before?
I believe in Hollow Earth a little bit more.
Hollow Earth?
A little bit more.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's a sphere. The dome is a sphere, and the Earth is inside that dome sphere. That's what I think. And I think it's diamagnetism instead of gravity.
You know, I keep my mind open, that's all.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping. Yeah. Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane and not a spinning ball. And you can look into it. Do you have any questions? I can answer them. Not right now? Okay. Did you ever hear of it? All the kids have heard of it. It's on the internet all over the place.
The Earth is round.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah? I'll challenge you. Right there. You watch the 3 videos down there at the bottom.
I will.
Those are my 3 favorite.
Anybody have YouTube? That's available?
Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane and not a spinning ball. You want to look into it?
I'll take a look.
It's good to look into these things. It keeps your mind awake, right? You'd rather stay asleep?
I think it's round.
Yeah?
Honestly.
Yeah, that said somebody who never looked into it. That's what I thought before 2.5 years ago when I looked into it. Yeah, well, you gotta love humanity to do what I'm doing. Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane and not a spinning ball.
Over this way.
You want to look into it? Okay. You ever hear of the flat Earth, guys?
Sometime back in like 1249 or something like that.
No, actually, it's true. And no, you're waiting for the bathroom. I get it. Boy, it got dark fast. I don't know. Do I still have... I'm still recording, I think. Hold it. We shall see. My trusty old camera. I don't think I want to go through the middle of that stuff down there. I don't think I want to go through that.
You want to bring a chair over there? Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll meet you right there. You'll see my edge. I'm right on here. I'm in the bar. All right, go. All right, take your time.
Do you know about it?
Oh yeah, my son is. My son's a believer.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take that home.
Thank you. That's what I hand out. Thank you. It is flat. And you can look it up. Scientific evidence. It is, see? It is. And they're lying to us. You know why?
I don't care.
If they can fool us, they can rule us. See? They say...
I always ask when I go to Florida, how come I'm always going downhill instead of uphill?
Well, now look out on the flat horizon. Don't you always see a straight line? And you're looking at what? 60 miles? When I'm in Jim Thorpe, I can look 60 miles to Indiantown Gap. Shouldn't be able to see that.
Today at the place up on the hill.
What?
My friends were just there today. Jim
Yeah.
Thorpe.
Well, you get up the top of that mountain, you can look to Indiantown Gap. 60 miles, you shouldn't be able to see that. That should be 1,700 feet down. It's not. You go down to Ocean City, you can look to Wildwood 30 miles away. That should be 600 feet. Through the water, you should be looking at that. They're lying to us. Hey, I'm 62 years old. I started studying this 2.5 years ago. My dad was a math teacher and a pilot and flew off aircraft carriers. My son's a physics major. So, I'm telling you, this is true. Look, this is a flat Earth map right over here. North Pole's in the center, Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. That's how it works.
Really?
Yeah. And what's over top is a crystalline dome. And you're going to say, what? No, there's outer space. No, you look up lightning sprites. They come off the dome. Yeah, it freaks you out when you see this stuff. You say, holy crap, we've really been abused. When you lie to children, it's child abuse. Yes. You know, I never lied to my kids. I never told them Santa was real because I didn't want them to mistrust me. So all the numbered blocks on here coincide with this video, and this video is on that card. Thank you, dear.
All the ones that got rings.
Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane and not a spinning ball.
You sure?
You can look it up at home.
I can't look it up at home.
Okay, you don't get on YouTube? All right.
No, my computer took it.
Look, I ran into about 12 people already tonight who know it. So don't be left behind, guys. Hi.
Hello.
You can look this up at home. Did you ever hear of this before?
I have.
Yeah. Well, my 3 favorite videos are on that card. Would you like a card?
I got hers.
Okay, good enough. you ever hear this before, guys?
My husband got one of those on the other side.
Very good. That's good. Would you like to look this up? Okay, here we go. Anybody hear this before? You want to look it up? Did you ever hear of the flat plane, the flat earth before?
Yeah.
You can look it up. No one will ever know that you even looked it up.
You get right, you look it up in school.
Just read that. It's very interesting on the back there. I wrote that myself. The flat earth, anyone want to look it up? Earth is a flat plane.
It's in the computer.
Hi there.
What's up?
Anybody want to look it up? The flat earth? You can look it up. It's true scientific evidence. Excuse me. Round like a pizza. I want to go that way. Want to look it up? You can look it up at home.
Oh, excuse me.
Sure. Sure you can. But you have to take a card if you get a picture. The other side's different. And all the numbered blocks coincide with the video at the bottom. 200 video, there's the 35, you know. Yeah, it's on the card. Yep, look into it, it's true. Watch your toes, honey. Hi, scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane. Yep, the Earth is a flat plane and not a spinning ball. Just look it up. Get a six-pack and sit down. Would you like one? Would you like a card? All right.
One thing real quick. Say thank you for coming out, but thank you for putting up with things this year. This year things are much different than they did for the last 7 years. This is our 8th year of
Excuse me. Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane. Anyone want to look it up? Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane. Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane. Want to look it up? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oops. Anybody want to look this up?
Sure.
The world's flat.
It is actually. I've been studying it for 2.5 years. Sure you can. Anybody else? No? Okay. Want to look it up? Want to look this up? Scientific evidence that the Earth is a flat plane.
there will be a $1,000 fine for anybody doing a tire burnout. So you have been warned. There is a $1,000 fine. We are looking for the lucky winner of the tire burnout fine.
Okay. They all think it's like funny. Hi.
Hi.
Want to look this up?
Huh?
Scientific evidence that the Earth is a plane and not a spinning ball.
Okay.
Would you care to look this up? Thank you. Whoop. Now I'm stuck. I'm sorry. Well, I ran low on cards. That's a good sign. Yeah. Those were the days. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. Did you ever hear this before?
No. Inform me.
Really?
Inform me.
Okay.
Yes, please.
This is a flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge.
All right.
Okay? Captain Cook logged 60,000 miles when he went and explored the Antarctica.
Discovered Hawaii, right?
I'm
he
not
was
sure.
killed by the Hawaiians, right? Wasn't he?
Well, they put in the textbooks that he got lost in the Pacific, so it's probably true that he did
okay,
it.
gotcha. Now, quick question.
Watch your feet up there!
Now, here's something that boggles my mind. Okay, so telescopes, right?
Yeah.
A lot of telescopes. We can see the moon from way far, right? Because this is just on a...
And you think it's 238,000 miles away?
I don't know, but I'm just kind of curious.
Okay.
So if I can see like the moon with a telescope, right? So by that rationale, I should be able to stand on like one of the tallest buildings around and be able to like see Mount Everest, right? Yeah. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
So why does that work?
It's not flat.
So why does that not work?
Okay. There's a couple reasons. I'll give you two. First off is perspective.
Okay.
Perspective is how your eyes work at a distance.
Right.
Okay, so you know these railroad tracks continue.
Right.
But you can't see it because they come to a vanishing point.
Okay.
Okay? With the
Right.
horizon, it's a vanishing line because there's only two planes involved, the sky and the earth.
Okay.
Okay? So that's one reason. The other reason is, how far can you see in a fog?
Are you recording us?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a public space. You know what? There is a camera at every traffic light and probably 100 on this strip. Cameras. Cameras all over. They are all over. So, how far can you see in a fog? Okay. Well, sometimes you can't even see in front of the car. So, you stretch that fog out from here to Spain. You can't see it. There's atmospheric stuff in the atmosphere.
All right, so give me your 200 facts.
Oh, hold on, real quick. Just one more question because I gotta go. My man here jumps in a boat, goes to the boat, he's in the ocean. On that, he disappears, then he reappears. What's that about? Because like, kind of like, wouldn't that be like a horizon? Like, if a guy's on a ship and the boat disappears and the boat reappears, I don't get that he fall off.
Reappears where? At the same point? We have cameras called the PX900.
Okay.
They can zoom in 85 miles now, and we can bring a ship right back into focus.
Now
They
what-
are not
okay.
going over a curb.
Right on. Hey, what about that new Japanese satellite that's up in the atmosphere that's taking real-life pictures of the Earth as we speak right now? What about that?
Okay, so we don't believe that there's any satellites that are orbiting the Earth.
Okay, but what about the satellite I saw up in it's about...
There
it goes
could be
300 miles
two
in the
things,
air.
explanations for that. Either it's a high-flying U-2 plane taking pictures,
Okay.
or, go ahead, you can go, or they put them on weather balloons. And we have video of them launching these weather balloons on satellites. And you have to look this stuff up.
Right, absolutely.
See? But, yeah.
So people who are like astrophysicists like Neil deGrasse Tyson, things like that, he's just lying to me, right?
Neil deGrasse Tyson is an actor.
Oh, he's an actor, gotcha. So all those degrees from MIT, and all those advanced degrees, that's all just
Yes,
lies?
he's an actor.
Ah, the government, huh.
So you never heard of crisis actors?
I don't know. I mean, I know Neil deGrasse Tyson worked with Carl Sagan. He was an astrophysicist.
You never heard of crisis actors?
Carl Sagan?
Once, well, I'm not going to give you an opinion until you look into this, and you decide for yourself. Okay? My opinion means nothing.
Right.
You have to decide for yourself, but you must see all the evidence, because that's what a real scientist would do.
Right, absolutely. True. All right,
Okay?
Well, good luck, man. Good luck.
But how do I
But
go
you-
from Hawaii to Japan?
I don't know, man.
It's a straight line. Look at this map. This is the flat earth map. You draw the lines. Why would a woman in the Philippines who's going to LA stop in Alaska to have her baby? I mean, really. You can look it up at
Why
home.
would a woman from what was the
Philippines to LA, and she went into labor and they took her to Alaska. So that works on a flat earth map because it's a straight line, but it does not work on the globe. It looks like it's way out of way. You have to look it up. You know, it's on here. It's a straight line.
I would think Alaska would be closer
No,
to the Philippines.
no, not if it's a straight shot. Not if it's a straight shot.
Look, that's round.
No, there's a curvature formula.
This is right.
No, that's the way the globe. You go in a circle, but also you go in a circle on the flat Earth map.
No, but the Earth isn't flat.
But you don't.